Hello, Sai Ram. I'm standing in front of this painting of the Gayatri that Maria Crane gifted to me some years ago. That was an amazing experience within itself. But today I want to share an experience that occurred in 2009 in Prashanti Niliyam in Puttaparthi, India. It was an amazing experience where Sai Baba allowed a group of us with Barossa Adhikari, who was brought back to life. It's an experience where the Gayatri showed herself to a small group of us. It was the last hours, and the Nepalese group headed by Barossa and Ramesh Adhikari would leave Puttaparthi, India in September 2009. I had shown up during the last 10 days of their 3-week stay. Barossa decided to take 5 of us, all women, to do a string of prayers at some of the mandirs in Prashanti Niliyam. Her intention was to do the last prayer in front of the Gayatri. When we finally arrived at the mandir, the inner gate was closed. We could not see the goddess because of the gate, although we stood perhaps 50 feet away at a fence. Barossa started to speak in Nepali, her language, and I noticed someone began to move around inside the building. Suddenly the gate opened. Now I don't speak Nepali, but I heard Barossa say prashad. She was asking for prashad. I realized it was a woman inside the building, and she began to gather things. At that time, Barossa began to pray, and we started to pray as well. That's when I saw it. The center face of the Gayatri's 5 faces appeared to enlarge as if she was coming toward me. Then her bluish face to the right, she smiled. She smiled so much that I saw teeth. It happened in all of 2 seconds. The next thing I knew, the woman inside the mandir stepped out of the building and closed the gate. After she closed the gate, she walked to us and handed 4 leaves with prashad on them to Barossa through the bars of the fence. Now, she didn't return to the mandir. She walked away after that, simply walked away. Barossa handed out the prashad, and I tell you, it was so sweet and delicious. I never said anything to the group about what I experienced. The gap in our language divide was far too wide to even attempt that level of communication. So you can imagine my surprise when we arrived back at Barossa apartment and she began to speak to Rameshji, who turned to me. Barossa said she told the goddess that you had come such a long way, Guan, and she asked the goddess to show herself. Barossa said she did show herself, and you saw her. I was floored. I was absolutely shocked. And for the first time, I told what, up until that moment, I was uncertain that I had seen. The goddess Gayatri showing herself. From the conversation that continued, in Nepali, of course, it seems some of the women or all of the women that was with us saw the goddess as well.